Have you ever found yourself wondering, why does my body feel heavier, slower, more unpredictable, even though I eat almost the same things? Why do your mornings start with a dull ache in your stomach? Your digestion feels off, your energy crashes by midday, and every little meal seems to fight back. What if I told you? This silent struggle is not just aging, it's your pancreas crying for help. You see, the pancreas is a quiet organ. It doesn't complain loudly like your joints or scream like your back. But when it starts to fail, everything else begins to unravel. Your digestion, your blood sugar, your weight, your sleep, even your mood. And the worst part? Most people only notice it after the damage is done. When blood sugar spikes, diabetes threatens, or chronic fatigue takes over their life. But what if there were a way, a simple, daily ritual, to nourish your pancreas and keep it working like it did decades ago? What if just by adding a few forgotten foods you could protect this vital organ, naturally stabilize your metabolism, and feel younger, lighter, more in control? That's exactly what we're going to uncover in this video. You'll discover 7 powerful foods that have helped thousands over 50 revive their pancreas. Not with medication, but with nature's wisdom. And at the end, I'll share the one unexpected trick my patients over 90 swear by, something you've likely never heard before. So please, for your health, for your future, stay until the end. Because what you're about to learn might just change the next 30 years of your life. Let me tell you a story. I'm a 91-year-old doctor. For over 6 decades, I've listened to thousands of people walk into my clinic saying, "Doc, I'm eating better than I ever did, but I still feel awful." And almost every time, the root of their suffering wasn't their heart or their liver. It was their pancreas. This one small overlooked organ, no bigger than your hand, quietly controls everything from your digestion to your blood sugar to how much fat your body stores. And yet most people after 50 don't even think about it until it's too late. You see, your pancreas has 2 sacred jobs. It produces enzymes that break down food so your body can absorb nutrients. It releases insulin and other hormones to balance your blood sugar, preventing energy crashes and fat buildup. But here's the truth no one tells you. After 50, your pancreas starts to slow down. The damage builds up, not overnight, but silently, from decades of sugar, fried foods, late-night meals, and stress. And if you're still eating normal food, white bread, sugary yogurt, even so-called healthy granola bars, you might be forcing your pancreas to work twice as hard until it finally gives out. That's why so many people develop diabetes, gallbladder issues, or unexplained fatigue in their 50s and 60s, even if they don't drink or smoke. But here's the good news. Your pancreas isn't doomed. It's incredibly resilient if you give it the right tools. And that's what we're about to do. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the 7 foods that actually heal and protect your pancreas, starting today. Not trendy superfoods, not expensive supplements, just real, natural ingredients your body already understands. Let's begin. 1. Broccoli, the green shield. If there's one vegetable your pancreas loves, it's broccoli. Not just because it's healthy, but because it contains a rare compound called apigenin, which builds a protective barrier around the delicate lining of your pancreas. Think of it like armor, shielding it from inflammation, toxins, and even early signs of cancer. Here's the truth. After 50, your pancreas becomes more vulnerable to oxidative stress, the slow rusting of your organs. Broccoli fights that rust from the inside out thanks to its high levels of antioxidants, fiber, and anti-inflammatory agents. The science is clear. People who eat at least 500 grams of broccoli per week have significantly lower markers of pancreatic damage. How to use it? Steam it lightly, not boiled. Add olive oil and a pinch of turmeric. It's simple, healing, and surprisingly tasty. Doctor's tip: pair broccoli with a squeeze of lemon for better absorption of plant compounds. And remember, every time you eat broccoli, you're not just feeding your body. You're rebuilding your pancreas, cell by cell. 2. Pumpkin, the gentle healer. Now let me introduce you to one of the pancreas's most underestimated allies, pumpkin. Not many people think of this bright orange vegetable as medicine, but I've seen it work wonders, especially for those over 50. Its soft, soothing texture is exactly what an overworked pancreas craves. Unlike rough, hard-to-digest foods, pumpkin glides through your system, calming inflammation and gently supporting your digestive fire. What most people don't realize is this: every time your blood sugar spikes, from bread, cookies, or even white rice, your pancreas has to release a surge of insulin to protect you. Over time, this constant demand wears it out. Pumpkin helps regulate those dangerous sugar swings. Why? Because it's rich in slow-digesting fiber and natural compounds that stabilize glucose levels. It also contains carotenoids, the same nutrients that protect your eyes, which reduce the death of pancreatic cells. Even more, pumpkin soothes the narrow channels in your pancreas, the same ones that carry powerful digestive juices. When these ducts are inflamed or blocked, it leads to pain, poor digestion, and eventually serious disease. Pumpkin keeps those pathways clear and calm. How to use it? Roast 150 grams of pumpkin daily, or blend it into soups. Add a pinch of cinnamon, another friend of blood sugar. Stick to no more than 1 kilogram per week. It's gentle, but moderation is key. Doctor's tip: if you have trouble sleeping or eye strain, pumpkin can help. Its nutrients also support the nervous system and skin, making it a full-body rejuvenator. Pumpkin isn't just a vegetable, it's a quiet healer, and your pancreas will thank you with every bite. 3. Walnuts, the inflammation fighters. Let's talk about a food that looks like a brain, but heals your pancreas: walnuts. Most people associate nuts with heart health or brain power, but few realize how much your pancreas loves them, especially walnuts, the true kings among healing nuts. Why? Because as we age, one silent enemy becomes more dangerous than ever: chronic inflammation. Low-grade inflammation slowly eats away at pancreatic tissue, making it harder to produce insulin and digestive enzymes. It's not always painful, but it's always damaging. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, tocopherols, vitamin E, zinc, and plant sterols, all of which reduce this inflammation at the cellular level. They don't just soothe, they restore. In fact, research shows that moderate walnut consumption can speed up healing in damaged pancreatic tissue, something I've seen firsthand in my older patients. But there's more. Walnuts help regulate carbohydrate metabolism, meaning they help your body use sugar more efficiently. That's life-saving after 50, when your insulin response naturally weakens. They also reduce bad cholesterol, improve blood vessel health, and support better sleep and mood, all crucial when your metabolism is slowing down. How to use it? Eat 20-30 grams of walnuts 3 times a week. That's just a small handful, enough to nourish, not overload. Never eat them salted or candied. Pure, raw, or lightly roasted is best. Important: more is not better. Walnuts are dense and high in fat. Too much can overwhelm digestion and lead to unwanted weight gain, which in turn stresses your pancreas again. Doctor's tip: pair walnuts with a few blueberries in the morning. It's a blood sugar-friendly snack your body will love. So next time you reach for a snack, skip the crackers. Choose the nut that knows how to heal from the inside. Your pancreas and your entire metabolism will feel the difference. 4. Zucchini, the pressure reliever. Sometimes the best medicine isn't strong, it's gentle. And few foods are as gently healing for your pancreas as zucchini. At first glance, it seems too ordinary. No flashy colors, no exotic claims. But make no mistake, zucchini is a quiet powerhouse, and your aging pancreas knows it. You see, after 50, your pancreas begins to face pressure from all sides: processed food, poor digestion, excess fat, and a slower metabolism. Zucchini does something rare. It relieves that pressure. How? First, it's incredibly easy to digest. Unlike heavy, oily meals that force your pancreas to work overtime, zucchini gives it a break, while still delivering fiber, vitamin C, and trace minerals like zinc and cobalt. More importantly, it doesn't spike your blood sugar. Many healthy foods still raise glucose levels, causing insulin surges that exhaust the pancreas. But zucchini keeps things steady. It helps you feel full, without overwhelming your system. And here's something else. Zucchini supports your gut detox process. That means fewer toxins leaking into your bloodstream, less systemic inflammation, and a lighter load on your entire digestive tract. In fact, many of my patients with bloating, gas, or irregularity, all signs of pancreatic stress, found relief just by adding zucchini to their weekly meals. How to use it? Lightly steam or sauté with olive oil and herbs. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week, no more than 500 grams per day. Avoid frying or stuffing it with heavy cheese. Keep it simple, clean, healing. Doctor's tip: grate raw zucchini into soups or mix into eggs. It disappears into the dish but leaves behind powerful benefits. When your body feels inflamed, heavy, or tired, zucchini is like a deep breath for your digestive system. It may be humble, but it's exactly the kind of quiet strength your pancreas needs. Think yogurt, the enzyme booster. Let me share a secret that many doctors forget. Sometimes your pancreas doesn't need more medicine. It needs less work. And that's exactly what real, living yogurt offers. When I say yogurt, I don't mean the colorful cups full of sugar and artificial fruit. I mean natural, unsweetened, probiotic-rich yogurt, the kind your grandmother might have made in a glass jar. This simple food does something remarkable. It pre-digests nutrients. That means when you eat yogurt, your body, and more importantly, your pancreas, doesn't have to work so hard to break down protein, fat, or lactose. The friendly bacteria inside yogurt do the first half of digestion for you. And when your pancreas is already tired, as it often is after 50, that's a gift. But the benefits don't stop there. Yogurt is packed with probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that restore balance in your gut. And when your gut is balanced, your pancreas produces more precise, efficient enzymes, reducing bloating, sugar spikes, and food sensitivity. There's also another hidden benefit: calcium. After 50, we all lose bone density. But few realize calcium also helps regulate insulin secretion. And fermented dairy like yogurt is one of the most absorbable sources of this vital mineral. How to use it? Eat 200 grams of plain yogurt daily. Look for labels that say live cultures, or better yet, make your own at home with just milk and a starter. Avoid flavored yogurts. Even the low-fat ones often contain more sugar than soda. Doctor's tip: add a spoon of ground flaxseed or fresh blueberries for a pancreas-friendly breakfast that balances digestion and blood sugar. True healing doesn't always come in capsules or clinics. Sometimes it comes from a quiet bowl of yogurt, full of life, full of support, and full of kindness for your hardworking pancreas. 6. Blueberries, the sugar whisperers. If sugar is the enemy of your pancreas, then blueberries are its quiet protectors. I've seen this over and over again. People come to me after years of struggling with sugar highs and energy crashes. Their pancreas is worn down, overwhelmed from decades of trying to balance blood sugar levels that rise and fall like a roller coaster. And I always ask them one simple question: have you ever given your pancreas a food that speaks its language? That food is blueberries. These small, deep-colored berries are packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that help regulate the release of insulin, reduce oxidative stress, and support the production of glucagon, a hormone that balances blood sugar when it dips too low. In short, blueberries whisper to your blood sugar, keeping it calm and steady. But they do more than that. Blueberries reduce cholesterol buildup, protect blood vessels, and even support the nervous system. And for those with metabolic syndrome, prediabetes, or type 2 diabetes, they are a true gift from nature. They also help prevent the formation of stones in the pancreatic ducts, one of the most painful and dangerous complications I've seen in older patients. How to use it? Eat 100 grams of fresh blueberries per day. Add them to yogurt, oatmeal, or just enjoy them alone. Choose fresh or frozen. but avoid canned or sweetened versions. Doctor's tip: brew blueberry leaf tea once or twice a week. It helps cleanse the liver and supports gentle pancreatic detox. And the best part? Blueberries don't just help your pancreas. They lift your mood, improve your sleep, and bring back that subtle energy you may have forgotten you once had. Every berry is a message. You are not helpless. Healing is still possible. 7. Lentils, the silent strength. Some foods speak loudly. Others, like lentils, speak through quiet, consistent strength. In my years as a doctor, I've learned that the pancreas doesn't respond well to extremes. It thrives on balance, stable energy, slow digestion, gentle support. And lentils offer all of that, wrapped in a humble little legume. Unlike meat or processed proteins, lentils provide clean, plant-based protein without the heavy fats that stress the pancreas. But it's not just protein. Lentils are also rich in soluble fiber, which slows down the absorption of sugar in your gut. That means no sudden sugar spikes, no insulin panic, just smooth, steady energy, exactly what a tired pancreas needs. They also contain iron, folate, magnesium, and potassium, nutrients that support red blood cells, reduce blood pressure, and help detoxify the liver and pancreas. Many of my older patients who added lentils to their meals noticed reduced bloating, better bowel movements, and a feeling of lightness they hadn't felt in years. There's one more benefit that often goes unnoticed. Lentils cleanse your arteries. They reduce LDL cholesterol and inflammation in blood vessels, helping prevent blockages that indirectly affect your pancreas and liver. How to use it? Eat 150-200 grams of cooked lentils, 2 to 3 times a week. Red or green lentils both work. Just soak them before cooking to improve digestion. Avoid adding too much oil or heavy seasoning. Keep it simple: garlic, turmeric, cumin, or bay leaf. Doctor's tip: pair lentils with steamed vegetables or pumpkin. It becomes a complete healing meal for your pancreas. Lentils won't make headlines. They don't promise instant results, but they offer something far more valuable: quiet, dependable support for the most overworked organ in your body. Sometimes healing doesn't come in a rush. It comes in a bowl of warm lentils, slowly restoring your strength, one bite at a time. Now that you know the 7 foods your pancreas loves, the real question is, how do I actually eat like this every day? You don't need a complicated diet. You don't need to count calories. You just need a simple rhythm, a routine your body can rely on. Here's a sample one-day plan I've used with many of my patients over 50. It's gentle, powerful, and, most importantly, sustainable. Morning, 7:09 a.m. Energy without the spike. Start with a bowl of plain yogurt, 200 grams, mixed with a handful of blueberries and a teaspoon of ground flaxseed. Add a few walnuts, 5-6 halves, for healthy fats and satisfaction. Drink warm water with lemon. It gently wakes the liver and pancreas. Why it works. This combination boosts enzymes, balances blood sugar, and sets the tone for the whole day. Lunch, 12 or 1:30 p.m., the healing bowl. A warm bowl of lentils, gently spiced with turmeric, garlic, and cumin. On the side, steamed broccoli and zucchini, drizzled with olive oil and lemon. Optional, add a few slices of roasted pumpkin for extra support. Why it works. This meal reduces inflammation, supports digestion, and gives your pancreas a rest from heavy processing. Dinner, 6-7 p.m., light and calming. Pumpkin soup with herbs like thyme or bay leaf. Small serving of grilled fish or plant protein, optional. Herbal tea made from blueberry leaves or ginger. Why it works. Light on the system, high in nutrients. Your pancreas doesn't need to work overtime before sleep. Throughout the day, drink 2 liters of water between meals. Move gently. A 20-minute walk after lunch or dinner is enough. Rest well. The pancreas heals best during deep sleep. This isn't a strict menu. It's a foundation. You can swap, rotate, adjust, but the principles stay the same. Steady blood sugar, light digestion, anti-inflammatory foods. Give your body this rhythm, and you'll be amazed at what it gives you back. Let me ask you something deeply personal. When was the last time you felt light in your body? When food gave you energy instead of fatigue? When your stomach was quiet, your mood was steady, your sleep was deep? If it's been a while, I want you to know it's not too late. Not at 50, not at 60, not even at 90. Your pancreas is not just an organ, it's a mirror. It reflects how you live, how you eat, how you care, and the best part? It wants to heal. If you give it just a little space, just a little support. You don't need to change your whole life overnight, but if you take just 5 minutes a day to choose foods that protect and nourish your pancreas, you are making a decision that echoes through every part of your body. I've seen this change happen in hundreds of patients. Some were told it was too late, but they chose differently. And they didn't just manage their symptoms, they got their vitality back. So now it's your turn. Start small. Maybe with a bowl of yogurt, a handful of walnuts, a cup of lentils. But start. Leave a comment. What's one change you're ready to make today for your health? Share this video with someone you care about, a friend, a parent, a neighbor. Because this knowledge is not just useful, it's life-saving. Like this video, so more people over 50 can discover it. Subscribe. I share powerful science-based ways to age with strength and peace. And remember, you are not too old. You are not too late. And your body has not given up on you. So don't give up on it. Let's keep healing together.